Yes, sir. What's the do, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Lake Takes, where we talk all things Los Angeles Lakers. Huge news today, guys. Kyrie Irving, yes, Uncle Drew has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. He is trying to leave the Big Apple, guys. Brooklyn Nets right now currently fourth in the East, right behind the Celtics, the Bucks, and Sixers. And this came as a surprise, right? They're fourth place right now, been playing some good basketball. So to hear that today, Kyrie is trying to leave Brooklyn is honestly awesome as a Laker fan, right? We all know the history behind it, right? Before I get started on that history, I kind of want to just talk about his numbers and his overall game this year. Kyrie has been amazing. He's been consistent. It seemed like he's shown a lot of leadership. He's averaging about 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, is still right. And they're fourth place in the East, right? Mind you, KD's been hurt, so he's kind of been leading the team. Obviously, they got smacked up on by Boston not too long ago. But hey, Boston smacks a lot of teams, right? And this has come as a huge surprise, a super shocking surprise to me, guys. Obviously, you got Jock Vaughn there. You got KD there, right? And they kind of got a little rhythm going. So I'm so surprised that Kyrie wants to trade. But Kyrie is kind of seasonal, right? You don't know what you're going to kind of get with Kyrie, right? So it doesn't kind of shock me that he asked for this trade, but it is surprising, right, guys? Especially at this point in time. Obviously, he's going to be a free agent this summer, right? He could have easily rated to free agency. So something must be going on internally that we just do not know about. Maybe he is tired of KD being hurt. Maybe he's tired of carrying the load. Who knows, right? But Uncle Drew is trying to leave the Big Apple. Obviously, we want him to come to LA. Kyrie is that missing piece. If we get Kyrie alongside with Bron and AD, oh my God, that spells trouble. That is trouble, right? There are no powerhouses in the Western Conference. Yeah, you could say Denver is playing well. The Kings, come on, they're playing well, right? But it's no 2017-18 Golden State Warriors. There's no 2009-2010 Lakers, 2000 and 2002 Lakers, right? There's no San Antonio Spurs, right, guys? This Western Conference is wide open. So if Pelinka could do a trade with like giving up a Russ, a Christie, a Pat Bev, possibly some first round picks for Kyrie, we got to do that. We got to do that. The time is ticking, guys. Time is ticking. And honestly, we're in a great spot right now to when we get Kyrie to just hit the ground and rolling. He'll fit into our system. He's an ISO player. He could be our fourth quarter closer, right? And I truly believe that Kyrie should be wearing that purple and gold. And also, he's like a little Kobe. He loves Kobe, right? I think it's kind of destined for him to come into the purple and gold. Now, earlier this week, right, he kind of mentioned before the Lakers played Brooklyn about the impact LeBron has had in the league, right, the impact he's had on him as a player, right, even going as far as to saying that the league gave an 18-year-old the kid the keys back in 2003, and look what he's done with it. And we've seen what Bron's done with it, right, guys? So to see that Kai and Brian, we really didn't get to see that duel to full effect, right? The first finals, Kyrie hurt. Second finals, they win it. Third finals, Kyrie and them, they're going against this juggernaut of the Warriors, and then Kyrie leaves, right? So we couldn't get a good sample size of Kyrie and Bron, right? So I really hope this trade happens, guys. Transition to last night's game, right? 112-111 win over the Indiana Pacers, right, guys? It was kind of annoying and frustrating watching the game, right? Because we started off so slow. I could tell that we were not up for this game. But what I really do appreciate and like is that late third quarter and that fourth quarter, we started to turn the wheel. We started hitting shots. Dennis Schroeder with some big-time threes. Pat Bev hit a clutch three, right, guys? Rui Hachimura, right? Playing good defense, right? I hope I didn't butcher his name. But he's playing great defense, right? A long perimeter defender, right, guys? I'm really loving what I'm seeing from him. I want him to get a little bit more buckets, right? Only 7 points, 9 rebounds last night. But overall, I think those buckets will come, especially if we can get somebody like Kyrie Irving. AD, right? He's back. This team goes as AD goes. Don't get it twisted. Bron is still the best player, but AD is the most important player. Listen to what I just said. Bron is the best player, but AD is just the most important player for the Lakers, right? We need AD to be locked in. We need him to be healthy, and we need him for a run, any kind of run that is to the postseason, right? Bron had 26, 7, and 7. AD had 31, 14, and 2. BRODIE with a double-double, right? And we're starting to get the formula, right? I don't kind of like all these close games. It's kind of like Like the Lakers been like drama TV this year, no lie. From all the sports talk shows talking about them to the games, all these fourth quarter OT games, right? It's just been high level NBA drama, which I personally do love a lot. 63 points away. 63 points away. Yes, the GOAT. LeBron James is 63 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the scoring record. I overheard a little bit of Skip and Shannon's conversation today regarding LeBron's comments yesterday about the impact of this record and how the historical significance of this, right? And as always, you know that Skip be hating, right? And trying to say that the home run record is more valuable. Let's knock the cap. Let's knock the cap, right? If you're talking inner city, if you're talking minorities, if you're talking brothers, right, the basketball points record is a lot more meaningful and impactful than the baseball record, right? No disrespect to baseball, right? To get to 38,000 plus points, which LeBron is about to pass Kareem at, is legendary, right? It's legendary, right? And do not let none of these talk shows lows or none of these Jordan lovers or Bron haters deter you from that. This man is about to achieve something that's been in the record book since 1984. Since 1984, guys. He's about to break a record that was held for that long, right? So I only could say just kudos to Bron, right? Kudos to Bron, kudos to his longevity, and kudos to his consistency, right? As a pro athlete, right, I think the biggest compliment you could ever get is the consistent play, your consistent play, how consistent you are, right, guys? Your peers saying how he's always consistent, how he's always a beast, right? And Bron's been nothing short of that, right? Since the day he hopped in the league against those Kings, right, till now, he has been a top 5 player, and for most of that time, he's been the number 1 player. And I think that Bron need to truly be celebrated this week coming up because what he's about to do is significant. Mind you, what the hater Skip Bayless has to say. Last but not least, I want to touch on this. Russell Westbrook, he's the clear 6th man of the year runner-up right now. I think he'll win that award. I've been hearing his name kind of in trade talks. I know the Jazz inquired about him. And I don't know. I don't think Brodie's still happy in LA. I don't think he's happy. I think he's kind of going out there, putting on the front, putting on the show, doing what he does, right? But I've seen a video of like this little kid with his jersey trying to get an autograph and Russ walk past him. Now, obviously, sometimes paparazzi try to give kids jerseys and parents give these kids jerseys so they can get signed. But all in all, it was just one kid with his jersey and he didn't even sign it in the look he had. It kind of told me everything I need to know. Russell do not want to be a Laker no more, which is fine, right? I think that what we need to do is make sure that we find the best fit for Russ, right? Obviously, we'll love to trade him for Kyrie. I think that would be the best of both worlds because Brooklyn now will get a Russell Westbrook that's always healthy and that can kind of just bring some more tenacity to that team, right? And who has experience playing with KD. And then we can get Kyrie a closer, somebody that Bron's love, somebody that's going to work well with AD in the lob game, right? So I think that Brooklyn and LA should really make that trade for both parties because if you think about it, it's not hurting none of their pockets. You could trade them head up, and both will be free agents this offseason. And they can do what they got to do, right? But overall, guys, I truly feel that Brodie will not be back. That's all I got for you guys for this week's Lake Takes. Please subscribe to the Leisure Time Podcast YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram at the Leisure Time Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Podcast Leisure. Follow us on Facebook at the Leisure Time Podcast. It's your boy, I'm Mac. Let's go, Kyrie to LA. I'm manifesting it. Peace.